We are in the Mosel. I mean, obviously, right? I don't know if like any wine region in the world like looks like that.
Nah, I think so, yes, of course. But the Piesport Goldtröpfchen is like pretty famous, and in the world it's really famous and lovely. So we have a lot of tourism and loves drinking wine here, and yeah, it's just like really funny.
So I'm sitting here with Marie.
Yeah, of course.
And it's super lovely to be here. So your estate is called Kirsten, right? Kirsten-Piesport.
Yeah, it's
so
not the front name.
Winery.
It's just it's like the winery. It's not my first name, so I'm Marie, and the back name is Kirsten. Our winery is Kirsten. So we are like a family, traditional Mosel winery, and we love really much Riesling.
And maybe to put like a little bit in context, so you run the winery today with your husband, Daniel,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
And you live there with your 2 kids and with Daniel's parents,
yeah.
right? And basically it's like Daniel's family's winery, and you moved there together now and you run it, correct?
Yeah, of course. So we won it together, and we both love wine, and now we want to make more and more, step by step, because like 2 little childs have a lot of energy, and they want to do also a lot of playing time. So yeah.
And you also come from a winemaker's family in
of
the
course,
Mosel,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So.
I'm also coming like from a Mosel family winery, and I have like 2 brothers. They're also like in the wine business.
Yeah.
They are both like older, but I have started like winemaking if I was 16, and I've started like traditional origin wine cream. Then I have it like to make 4 years, and yeah, I just say it was funny time, and I love wine for that, and then I'm start like wine business.
So we got actually like already like a little bit of introduction to the winery. So a real like Mosel-based family estate with a lot of like family like winemaker connections going in all directions.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But let's start with our first like introduction question actually. So you're a winemaker, and if you would not be a winemaker today, what would be your alternative in life?
I want to like to cook. I love it to cook, and in front of I'm making like in a wine business. I just want to work in as a cook, and I have like make a apprenticeship like a cook. But the bad thing is on this side like the working time.
Yeah.
And between that, I'm just say, okay, it's not for me interesting, because I love it to be by people. And if you like live in a cook, then you don't have like really much friends. It's only like in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like this business is really hard, and then I say, okay, wine is like a little bit more better for me.
Also, I want to say that like the period when you do the harvest and when you do the cellar work in September, October, November is probably a little bit like that for a winemaker too, right? You don't see anybody else.
No, yeah, of course, that's true. But you create something, and if you make like cook or like wine, it's you make half like stuff, and then you make it like more beautiful or sexy, and it's makes so much fun, because it's like every table is another table, and every wine is also like another wine.
Wonderful. So you are a winemaker today, together with your husband. If you reflect a little bit on your fairly young career still as a winemaker, but if you point to like an experience or like a person that really inspired your style of winemaking, your philosophy of winemaking, is anybody coming to your mind?
Of course. So I have learned firstly in the wine cellar. It was an estate winery. It's still in Mosel. After then I searched some work, and half year I just worked there and there. But then I found a work like by Dr. Losen.
Dr. Losen, yeah.
And it was really funny, because for me it's like Ernie and Bernie, like really much love, and I just love it to work with Bernie, and I can learn there a lot of wine and a lot of Riesling stuff, and they are pretty amazing. So this is like for me, some people, they are really interesting for wine for me.
I think it's definitely like a very inspirational place to learn about winemaking and also about marketing, I guess,
yeah,
right? Because you got probably also like a good idea about how to sell wine, because that is what Dr. Losen is really good at, one has to admit. Wonderful. Third question for you. I sense the answer already, like when it comes to the grape variety, being given that you were born in the Mosel. But if you describe your personality and yourself as a bottle of wine, What bottle of wine do we open?
I think I'm like a Riesling cabinet because I'm just like a Riesling cabinet. It's only like a stuff that you can drink on the Mosel. It's like the best stuff on the Mosel. And Cabi is like you are like dancing a little bit. You can be like sweet a little bit. You can get old and young. So everything is interesting about cabinet, and it's described me. So I'm really funny and lovely and dancing. I'm not shy. I'm just like for the world open, and yeah, that's interesting about Cabi.
I love that description and this connection to cabinet, definitely. First question for the introduction round before we dive a little bit into the estate and the wines, but we already looked at your vineyards. They're fairly green, and we already talked about your low intervention winemaking approach. But if you think about nature, what comes to your mind as in like immediate association in your head when it comes to the work in the vineyard?
So the nature as far as everything. So money is like only paper, and the nature is like the world. So we have like to work with the nature, and we have to learn from the nature. So for us it's like we have to live and enjoy it, and it's like really beautiful that we work with nature, and every day is like another day. And we have to look and read the nature about. For us it's I think so. With no nature, we have no life. So that's like what we have to do.
It's the essence of everything, right? At the end of the day, I love these reflections. With that being said, can you introduce Weingut Kirsten to us briefly? Who are you? What are you doing?
So my husband and me, we are really lovely about our estate. So we are like a really traditional family winery. So my mother, my father-in-law, they work really hard, and I think so that's traditional. So they have to work 7 days in the week. It's like only like a passion. They have no holidays or something like that. But both of them like love this job, and so we want to do like a lot of stuff another way, and it's really hard because they have to do it like 35-40 years. And if we say, okay, we want to do like something another or a little bit newer, then I say, no, it doesn't work. We make it like 40 years. It never worked. And it's just like really hard, and you have to talk a lot of, but in the end, it makes really much fun. And we need them also because they have like learned about the last 14 years, and often it's like sometimes it's good if they say, okay, keep slow and not too fast.
I think sometimes it's very good, but sometimes it's also like I really sense it like when I came to the estate, it was so cute how they welcomed me and were like, you're the photographer, right? And it immediately like got this idea in my mind, like, so this is exactly like what we try to do here, right? Like doing like authentic marketing for the exhibitors at the Cool Climate Wine Summit. Like as we were just in the vineyard, what I say to them all the time, you have everything you need for effective social media marketing in your pocket. Take the iPhone. You do not need a photographer. You are the photographer. It does not have to be polished. It does not have to be, the happy winemakers family smiling in the vineyard on the beautiful sunny day. This is not what people want to see anymore. People want to see that it starts raining, that it's hailing, that you are tired in the morning, that you, look a little bit like shit after like 1 week working in the cellar, sleeping 3 hours a night, right?
Yeah, of course.
This is really, I think, what the young generation understands very well in that regard.
Yeah, of course. It's like really true, but sometimes it's, so we have in the moment really much making new stuff, and we have in the moment no website. So I'm sorry, you found us on Instagram, but not on the normal homepage, because it's just like really hard to make everything new, and then you have like rules about what you have to write in the internet and what is not.
Cookie policies, privacy policies.
It's like so much stuff, and that's like not what we want. We want to work with the nature and not with the like computer. So,
should we get something in the glass? Because you have 2 wines for us actually.
Of course, we want to have it.
We want to try.
So we have our dinner maker. So my husband. Thanks a lot.
I love that distribution of roles, by the way. The man serving the wine, the woman drinking the wine. Beautiful. So what do we have in the glass?
So we have like a 2023 Alte Reben dry. It's really interesting because we love it to make like less alcohol. So we have here for dry stuff 11 point alcohol. Our winery is like not for alcohol, it's just like for the smell more. And we are not friends of no alcohol wines, so we make less alcohol and drinking wines. And yeah, the nose is like really with spicy and like something with Kräuter.
Yeah, something herbal here.
Yeah.
I want to say like it's kind of interesting because you work with blue slate, right? Mainly.
Of course, we are working
And
like.
for me, like, I mean, yesterday I had a nice debate again about red slate because for me it's really, I try to explain to people always in master classes about the terroir of the Mosel that I think the color of the slate really gives you an association.
Yeah.
Red slate always has these fiery, spicy characteristics.
More like,
blue slate is for me always a little bit more like deep, intense, mineral, like
Yeah,
a
of
little bit
course.
more substantial.
Yeah.
It reminds a little bit of ocean. Yeah, also like
Yeah.
it's fresh, it's lively. But I also like totally can see the herbal characteristic and got also like a very nice, what I really appreciate about it is actually this acacia honey perspective.
Yeah.
It has a Swedish touch, which
Yeah.
for me always in a blind tasting is,
makes like
That's
really
Mosel.
easy drinking. Yeah, of course.
So-
That's like that.
walk us through the process. What are you doing in the cellar to create your wines?
So we want to do like it's just like what everyone says. We want to do nothing. So we do like so my husband and me, we have like a lot of work about the wineries, and then if it's come like in the cellar, we want to do like soft pressing. So one time that we clear it, and then it's going like in the cellar, and then it's just like start spontaneous. And yeah, then we have a look and a little bit time for sulphur. So we're doing that really like late and then a little bit sulphur. And then it's going later, like April or May, it's going in on a bottle.
So it gives the wine actually fairly long time before you bottle it also.
Of course.
And where are you at the end in total like sulfites, sulfur, how much milligrams per liter approximately? Do you measure that or is it just more like
Yeah, it's just like 13 grams more.
30 grams,
So
okay.
we started like really less because if you let them like really on the lees, really long time, then you're just like need more or less lees. So you wanted to have the bottle, you know? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, lees giving like of course some protection and some substance, right?
of
It's
course.
really nice. No, I really like this approach about working as natural as you can in the cellar.
Yeah, of course.
And it's something I hear over and over also from the other young
Yeah.
colleagues here in the Mosel area, right? Many of them coming to the summit. I mean, it seems really you have I wouldn't really call like it a natural wine movement going on, but this is a very difficult term to use because many people today in Scandinavia associate with natural wine funky and crazy. But you all bring like very much terroir-driven wine in the glass,
That's what
right?
we want to, yeah, of course.
And it's a little bit, now I don't remember if you said it earlier or if some other winemaker said it earlier, but it's a little bit like making wines like the Romans did here.
Yeah, of course.
Right? This kind of,
Yeah, it's just like you say, you do nothing in the cellar, but you have to do like a lot of cleaning stuff. It's you have like let the wine not much air. So we if it's going like in the fermenting, then we bring the juice like really full of the tank because we don't want it to have too much air.
of course.
And then it's just like sometimes I see like firms that you have like 20 or 30% fermenting room in the tank, but we have like 1 or 2 liters in a 1,000 tank. It's just like really less, and then you have to look that it's really clean and don't touch too much. And so my husband, if it start like fermenting, you never have to go in the cellar and taste some wines. He want to kill you, because if someone goes there and touch or bring lees from one tank and another tank, he want to kill you.
So just give the wine its time and be patient and not be, also like what I heard from some winemaker at some point of time, just stop like tasting all the time. You know?
Of course.
If you trust your process and you know what you're doing and you trust your
then you
grape
don't-
material, then you know it's coming out well, right?
Yeah.
So when did you start changing the style, so to say? Because I can imagine that Dana's parents had a very different approach to winemaking than you have, right? Or did they already work spontaneous and with minimum intervention?
No. So they're doing like, it's just like traditional Mosel. They go in the wineries, put like the grapes in the cellar, and then let like ferment it, and then later he say, okay, I just need like sweet stuff, that one, and then he's filling that. Just like really, really easy he doing that. But my husband and me, we are doing like starting winemaking about our stuff like in between 10 years, and then we have to find the wineries. We have make every winery in a separated tank to smell what's going on there, how is it go better to dry, to sweet. And now we are like on the point that we know, okay, this winery is like in a cool climatic year, it's like the best stuff for dry or sweet, but most of the time it's just like the same wineout.
Beautiful. Okay, very, very interesting. And the generational shift in general, I mean, now your parents-in-law probably like relied, as you told earlier, on the Straußwirtschaft. It was a big success, right? So small restaurants as German wineries have, tourists coming around, a lot of private customers, more like wines on the sweeter side.
Yeah.
You want to go a little bit a different way, right? I mean, there's a reason that you come to Copenhagen, right? So how is the export situation for your estate at the moment?
So at the moment we have no export.
No export,
No,
okay.
nothing. So we want to do like a little bit more export. So we want to that our wine can drink like everyone in the world. And so my husband and my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, they have like opened the door. It's like classic Mosel, and if someone comes, you become like everything. But if you are like doesn't know from our winery, then you found us night.
Yeah, okay.
So we want to make it like more interesting for more regions and for like another importers to find someone who's like helping us to their interesting stuffs, another placement.
Beautiful. You have a second wine for us with a very special story, right? So what are we getting in the glass here?
So now we have like JoGo. It's just like Jonathan's Goldtröpfchen. So Jonathan, or in Germany we say Jonathan, is our firstborn son. And it was like an experience for us. So it was a really warm year. And we doesn't know what we want to do, but we say we want to do like something for our son. And we say, okay, what we can do? It's like he's like really sweet, and we have to feeling and really lovely. And then we say, okay, we want to make like stuff that is like in 15 years or like 20 years, like also like really amazing and really interesting. So because that it's like a sweet stuff, and it makes a lot of fun. It's like full mouth stuff, wine typical for Mosel, and it just make also like fun. But it's really early to drink him now. It's
definitely early to drink, but 2023 has been a hot vintage year, right? I mean, you can sort of immediately feel it in the nose, right? I mean, the primary aroma is really much on the mature side, like very much peachy, apricot-y, like very floral actually. It's kind of lovely.
Yeah.
Also again, like a total difference to what we had before. The Alte Reben, is there like a difference in soil also here, or is it also?
No, it's just like more here also. It's just like directly from the winery. There's like downstairs here. And it was like only grapes who like really beautiful, and we have like really less about this wine. The first year was 2022 that we have do it because he's like born in 2022. But this vintage is like over back behind the door because it's just like more for the sun.
Yeah, okay.
And now we are doing like this stuff only in years that's like we have to grape. So 2024 we have no JoGo. So we make it new only in this years that we say, okay, this like vintage
special ones,
for great wine, and
it's really beautiful. Like, I mean, the acidity and sugar balance here is really striking actually, right? I mean, it's really
it's like a sweet wine, but it doesn't smell too sweet.
No, not at all. But also like even on the palate, I mean, the acidity like strikes you really like clearly on the front tip of the nose, on the tongue, and then the sugar, the residual sugar is really filling the mouth and giving you like a bodily, oily feeling, like lingering around and
just
giving
like
a
have
nice
to drink
finish.
more.
Super nice citric finish also. The acidity comes into play again,
Yeah.
like on the back end. Actually, super cool balance. I like that actually. It's kind of beautiful. We can just hope that your son, right? Your
Yeah.
son develops all these characteristic attributes throughout his
hope
life,
so,
right?
yeah,
And
of course.
ripens like the wine. It's beautiful. So. That leads a little bit like to the final question. I mean, we see you in Copenhagen in January among many other talented Mosel winemakers, which is amazing. But final question is maybe like 5 years from now. Where are you? Sipping, of course, this wine and see how it developed over 5 years and compare to your son if he developed like equally. But where are you and where's the winery?
So I hope so in 5 years that we have like more time for being like in the vineyard and more time to be like more interesting stuff doing, because at the moment it's like really much paper stuff.
Really so.
Yeah, of course, because we have like in the 1st July, so my husband and me, we have like
taking over officially, right,
of course,
from the parents.
Yeah. And it's just like so much paper stuff. It's don't make too much fun. And we hope so. We found like an importer and also in Copenhagen that we have like more interesting stuff to bring like there. And yeah, I hope so. We're making like are healthy and also beautiful weather and not too bad, too cold years or something like that.
It's some beautiful remarks to cheers on. We're looking forward to see you in
of course.
Copenhagen in January.